All right, welcome back, you guys. Thanks for tuning in. We are back here with my host, Samantha Viv. And
I don't know why I always go for the peace sign.
We love the
I
peace
can't
sign.
help it.
Just do the
I
peace
just
signs.
like right away.
It's your vibe. It's your vibe.
It's my like fetal position. Like it's just my instant thing.
No, I love it. I love it. But yeah, we actually got a lot of questions from our socials, and we're gonna just answer the questions. And it's just a little episode of getting to know us more and answering your questions. So
I think this is gonna be a fun one.
Yeah, and I'm excited too because we actually don't know the answers, right? So we have the questions, but we did not actually know. So I'm going to ask you the questions.
Well, it's funny because we do a lot of things that we like. We're just like very in sync with each other. Like we both happened to go on a ski trip this weekend, and we didn't even know each other was going on a ski trip. We just both were like, "What are you doing this weekend?" And it's like, "Oh, I'm going on a ski trip," and I'm like, "Oh, I'm going on a ski trip too." It's like very funny.
Where are you going to Vermont?
I know. I
was in
low-key was like, that would have been so fun if we should have planned that together. But a funny story because every time I've gone skiing, literally since 2009, something very traumatic has happened. I'm not even kidding. It's been very traumatic. And so as I'm on my way to go skiing, I was driving up to Lake Placid to go see my cousins live in Albany. So I was already in Albany and I was going from my cousin's house to my aunt's house to leave my car there so that we could go up to Lake Placid. And as I'm driving, I see a car that pulls in front of me and it says, "Don't ski." On their license plate.
That's a sign.
I'm not kidding. And so I was like, every single trip I've been on like ended really bad. So I'm just not going to ski. So I ended up not going skiing on this ski trip, but we had a good time anyway. Ordered some pizza, played some games, and just like had a cute little fireside charcuterie board.
Are you like a really good skier though?
I'm a good skier. I've been skiing since I was a kid, like always. And I was like, I fly down the mountain. And I love it, but now I'm kind of scared. I think as I get older too, I have more fear of skiing, which is like so annoying and sad. And hopefully I can like go again, like fifth time's a charm, you know? But maybe one day. I'll have to wait.
I mean, that was like a sign.
It was a very clear sign.
It's a clear sign. I know. When you actually texted me that photo, I was like, it was
like scary.
Insane.
I was like, am I going to break my leg? Like, I can't do it.
That is insane.
Although I might have gone, but my cousin was like, it's too cold. She's going to hate me for saying that, but whatever.
I actually
It was like 2 degrees, like in her defense also. Like, I probably wouldn't have wanted to be in that cold weather.
Oh, it was cold.
It was really cold.
On I think it was like Friday, there was like 0 visibility on the mountain.
Oh my God.
Saturday was better, but I ski, but I didn't ski this time.
Did you ever ski before?
I have.
Okay.
My first time, Brian took me right on a blue.
Okay, that's like intermediate. It
First
is.
time though.
Well, yeah, you should have been on the bunny hill, but
I was not on the bunny hill.
You were playing on like a level 3.
I definitely you just throw me in there, and I did okay. I mean, I plowed.
You're very down. I feel like you're very athletic. So you did the snow plow?
Yeah, I did the snow plow. I fell a bunch. The pizza, yeah. But then on my second one, he's like, just do your S's. But yeah, this time I actually, because we had kids and friends and their family. Yeah. But we did snow tubing, which was
so fun. It was fun. I wish we would have did something like that was fun. Next time.
I'm going to learn snowboarding. But
snowboarding is really hard. I tried it one time and I was such a brat. I was like the next day, because we went skiing for 2 days. Well, we went on the mountain for 2 days, and I was like, first day I was like, I'm gonna snowboard. I'm gonna determined, and then at the end of the day I was like, get me my skis right now. Like I don't want to do this ever again.
Yeah, because you're like stuck on one board.
I don't know. I don't like having my feet connected to like one thing. Scary. I don't know. Yeah. Even though I think skiing you could actually like easily break your ankle or something. God forbid. But you know. I don't know. It was really hard. So I'm going to probably stick with skiing if I ever go again.
Yeah, I'm sure you will.
Yeah, but so let's get into these questions.
I'm excited.
We got a few questions from Instagram, but some we like came up with. We thought it would be like fun to like, also because we don't know the answers of each other. So we thought it would be so fun. So first question, what did you want to be when you grew up? Like when you were a kid, like what did you want to be when you grew up?
So funny. I love animals, and I wanted to be a veterinarian. Yeah,
That's my answer too.
Really?
Not kidding. That is so weird.
I
the same
loved
person?
animals. I just always my
God,
mom was
that's so
allergic, so I could
crazy.
never have any pets. But growing up after, like it changed, right?
Yeah.
And it changed. Number one, because I'm like, I don't know, like if I have the heart, like even though I'd be helping
That was
animals, I
exactly-
just couldn't have the heart to like see them suffering,
Yeah.
even though I am helping them. Also, just through the journey of like, what do you want to be when you grow up? Like that's such a tough question when you really just school after like 2 years was not for me.
Yeah.
But then realize like, like what do I love to do? What am I passionate about? But yes, being a vet was the
so
answer.
weird because me too.
But I feel like not now knowing and also having mentors in my life that, the question really should be, it's like, how do you want to live?
Yeah. That's a
Not
really good
what-
point. That's a
yeah,
really good
like
point.
so when I was asked that question, like, how do you want to live versus what do you want to do?
That's a whole episode topic on its own.
Absolutely. And so when I think
true.
of that now, like now answering that question, it's like, how do I want to live? And for me, I just want to be happy with what I'm doing and love what I want to do.
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously that's why I chose the career path that I'm in. But I think the question really is like, how do you want to live? Like start with the end goal in mind.
And then work your way backwards. No, 100%
Exactly.
is like way more of a,
Yeah.
like it's like it makes more sense to ask it that way.
Yeah.
I don't know why it never really changed to be that,
Yeah.
but
I had no
when we
idea.
were young, like that wasn't really what it was. It was like,
No.
what do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to be when you grow up? And it's so funny that we have the same answer. Like I wanted to be a
literally did not
veterinarian,
know
but
that.
but I didn't know that they had to deal with sick animals.
Yeah.
That was
That's right.
I just thought it was like animals. Yay.
Yes.
So like when I realized that you actually had to deal with like sick animals and like I was like, no, I can't do that. There's no way. So that's hysterical. I had no idea about that. Like I didn't know that about you, that you knew that's what it was.
Yeah, that's so crazy. I didn't know
Super
that.
weird.
That's definitely. I love this. I love that I don't know your answers.
I'm excited. Okay, go to the next one. Let's see what we
All
got.
right. So outside of work, what is like your favorite hobby?
Ooh, okay. My favorite hobby, I'd say, is like planning a trip. Like doing like itinerary, finding the restaurants, like finding the cool things to do. I put like, that's my favorite actual thing. I think if I wasn't in the field that I'm in now, I would 1000% go and do like a travel agent type of thing or do like travel blogging, something like in that field because like I don't even know, it might've been almost 2 years ago now. I planned a trip for 15 people to go to Thailand. And like every restaurant we went to, every excursion we did, like just the coolest things you could imagine. I was just pulling things from Instagram, like how like I was sitting there like at all hours of the night. I think we had one time where we were, we got together as like a group to plan, the girls of course. And I think I had like 3 espresso martinis that night and I stayed up all night, PowerPoint presentation, I'm not like a stickler when we get onto the vacation. Like if people don't want to do what I want to do, I'm like, whatever, like we could just do something else, whatever. But we stuck to my itinerary and every single person was like, what just happened? That was the coolest trip ever. Like, how did we do so many cool things? Like, it was just amazing. It was like really, really cool. So that's I think outside of beauty, it's like a passion of mine. Like I love to do that.
I would buy something like that. Yeah, because
I've thought about that.
It's just like so organized, especially if you're spending so much money on a trip like Thailand. You don't know.
You want to like get the best out of it.
Right. So especially like someone that's experienced it and has created an itinerary for yourself and it's good enough for you and I would totally.
So that's actually perfect because our next question is, what's your dream vacation? So tell me what your dream vacation is and I'll plan you a trip.
Wait, you want to know about my hobby?
Yeah. Oh my God. Yes. Let's hear your hobbies.
Honestly, I don't really have, I think my favorite thing to do, I guess a hobby is like what you love to do and what makes you happy. I really thought about this question. I'm like, I don't know if I have a hobby per se, but maybe nature. I just love being outside.
So you must love the winter right now.
I can't say I love the winter.
Just totally kidding.
But I still walk even
my
in the freezing
God.
cold. And like, I'm a warm weather person, but I think just to think that what's your hobby? What do you love to do? What makes you happy is like, that's what goes on in my mind when I think about that. And I just love to be out in nature.
my
It makes
God.
me feel at peace. I love,
Good for you.
like, even if it's cold, like the crisp
Oh
air.
my God, not me.
And
I'm
just
like, get me indoors right now.
freezing. I mean, yes, it is
I'm
cold,
not
but
built for the
you're
winter.
bundling up. But yeah, just being outside, whether it's walking or cycling, the beach, just being in nature
Yeah.
just makes me happy, and I need to be outside. So
I
that's
love that.
that's definitely
That's so cute.
Yeah, it's like my is nature a hobby?
I think
But
it could be 100%.
that's my hobby. I just love
Absolutely.
doing things outdoors. Basically, I would
I love
say
that.
that's my
It's like a
answer.
version of hiking
Yeah,
without like
exactly.
the long distance of it.
Right. It's
like
not,
you could
but I
just
don't
be
need
outside.
I could just
and
be
that's good
walking,
enough for you.
walking the dog, anything active outdoors.
But also, you're very into like the gym and stuff like that. I feel
Yeah.
like, and that's not anything
Yeah.
to do with work. You're just you're super like in tune with just staying active.
Yeah,
in
I love
general.
being active.
Yeah, that's
for sure.
awesome.
Yeah.
Well, let's. So actually, I didn't mean to cut you off before
That's
about
fine.
your hobby. It just was such a perfect transition
a
into
transition.
it. It
Transition
just totally went right over my head.
Mm-hmm.
But what is your dream vacation? Like, what's a place that you could? I mean, I know that you literally lived in Greece, so I don't know how you like top that.
It's so funny because
Because that's like my dream vacation. If
It
I
is
could
a dream
go somewhere, I
vacation.
mean, one of them.
Yeah, it's a dream vacation. And I think for me, any place, and yeah, Greece is exactly a dream vacation because, you have the beaches, the weather, especially in the summertime.
I've never been there.
The history. So like for me, like it's a place where, like it's like historical, there's meaning, there's obviously warm weather,
Yeah.
good beaches, but also like I feel like the perfect or dream vacation is also about the quality of the time and the people that you're going to be with, whether it's a significant other or, your family, your kids, you're
Yeah.
building memories. And I think that is like the dream vacation for me. I think the setting is
So you're
important.
saying like it doesn't really matter like
The
that
setting is
much.
important too, but not as much as the experience that you're going to have there.
Yeah.
And planning an itinerary and having that. So
You can just
get a
hire
lot of
me. I'll
value
do it
and a
for
lot
you.
of good. But I think it's like making sure that the memories is what's
So your
going to
dream
last.
vacation is just like being with the right people and like kind of just
And yeah, I mean, of
getting the
course,
most out of it.
I think you're gonna be with the right people because I don't think anybody is gonna go on vacation with like someone they
I
don't
know.
like.
I don't know. I've been on a vacation with
But-
15 people.
But sometimes,
I'm joking. I love
Yeah.
all of you. I promise.
but sometimes, like you can get like okay, well, the room is not clean or this, like you can get in this, like, I wasn't envisioning, this to be this way,
Right.
but you have to just kind of like, I guess, align yourself with, we're here to
Yeah,
create
like what's the
memories.
important thing here?
Exactly.
Your priorities need to be straight.
I would say definitely a place that's warm.
Okay.
And so, like a historic, like,
Okay.
like even Egypt.
Oh my God, I'm not even kidding you, Viv. That's my answer. My answer is Egypt. I can't.
is
We should should we play the lottery or
No,
something?
people are.
What's happening?
You must believe this. Like,
I'm not kidding. I have a whole itinerary planned for Egypt. Ask any of my friends.
because I feel like the
Guys,
pyramids.
where do I wanna go?
And the history.
I've talked about Egypt to my
I'm
friends for like my travel group. I'm like,
never-
can we go to Egypt?
I don't know
It's my
that
literally
about
top
you.
place I want to go.
Because
But
if
I
you-
feel like there's some things I don't know. I don't like there's some vaccines you have to get and
Of
like I
course.
don't know enough about it.
Yeah.
So I usually just stick to like going to Italy, which is like my comfort zone.
That's gonna be my next summer trip.
Oh my God. But
yeah.
that's so weird.
That is so weird because if you think of like Athens and Greece, like the ruins, that's very historical, like Egypt, the pyramids, the
Mm-hmm. Yes,
development of
very,
that.
very cool.
Like, so I'm so, plus in high school, they called me Cleopatra, which I don't know why.
Yeah.
So,
That's so
the
weird because
Egyptian
when I
thing.
posted your Instagram
the
photo the
song?
other day,
I know.
I just put the song Cleopatra on it and you were like, how did you know that?
How did you know
I think
that?
we have some weird like sixth sense
Intuitive
with each other.
Sixth sense. But
We
that's
do.
insane. I
That's
did not
really
know-
weird.
I did not
I'll
know
show
that
you my Egypt
about you.
itinerary. That'll be our trip. We should go on the trip.
I'm dead. I'm going.
Oh,
I mean, I'm not dead. I'm not dead, but you know what I mean. Sometimes I don't know when I'm supposed to be using these words.
We should do like for another episode. We should do where like I rattle off some Gen Z terms and you guess what they are.
Oh God, yes.
I think that would be amazing.
What am I again? Gen X?
I have no idea.
Yeah,
I think I'm a millennial.
Yeah, you're a millennial.
Well, people would never guess that we're. Actually, I'm not going to tell them our age difference.
Yeah, no.
They have to guess.
Don't tell them the age difference.
Maybe one day you guys will get it.
All
right. Let's see what's next.
Question.
I think you're up.
Yeah. So, how do you practice self-care but outside of beauty? Like nothing.
Okay,
beauty,
like not, you mean not my like Botox and my massages
that's a great
and things
self-care.
like that.
Like we can go on
because I love that stuff.
Me too.
I mean, that's really, honestly, I mean, I know that we talk about like hustle not being like all the time 24/7, but I will be the first to admit I struggle with it. And sometimes I do like just overwork myself a little bit and burn out or whatever. I'm working on it. Like I'm here as a student as well. I'll be the first to admit that. But honestly, like self-care to me is sometimes just like turning my brain off. And so like I love a good like couch rot. That's my favorite thing to do is just sit on the couch.
Turn it off.
Either like if I'd been trying to do more of like a morning routine type thing where I'm like sitting on the couch in the morning, like with my coffee, I'll like read my Bible a little bit and like just do like the things that I feel like at peace.
Yeah.
And try to have like either soft music on and just like I'll try to put my phone down. It is hard, but that's what I've been trying to do to incorporate a little self-care into my everyday life. But when I'm burnt out and I like desperately need a self-care moment, I will literally just like order DoorDash, probably sushi, have just like a couch rod, put a movie on, snuggle my animals and play a game on my phone.
Yeah.
Like I literally want to put on a show that I've seen 100 times and I don't need to pay attention to it. And I'll sit there and literally play a game on my phone. That's like one of my favorite things to do. It's the only way I could shut my brain off.
Yeah, it's stuff that's self-care in itself right there. Just like disconnecting. Disconnecting because we're so connected nowadays with
even with our businesses. All we do all day long is talk to people, take this one out of the appointment book, put this one in, this one's calling to book an appointment. And it's like, I got 2 phones in my hands most of the time. And I'm like texting back a client on this one. And I'm like, you know, posting something on the Instagram with this one and like updating this. And it's so much that I just have to like, you have put on like Pretty Little Liars, like my comfort show, and just like rot. That's all I want to do.
Yeah,
just want to rot.
I like that.
Yeah. What about you? What's yours?
It's like complete opposite. I think. Well, this is good because
it's okay. I'm the immature one of the group.
You're not. You're not.
The more
definitely not. I think like my self-care outside, because we do focus on beauty in terms of like especially because we're in the beauty industry, and I feel like you do have to look the part. It's just my opinion. You know, when you're a personal trainer, in my opinion, you should be fit, and I would like to hire someone that looks the part. That's right fair. So valid. I think there's a little bit of pressure there in terms of making sure that we look the part in our industry. But I enjoy it. There's actually zero pressure. I love the Botox and all that self-care.
Okay.
But outside of that, yes, outside of that, I would say my self-care is every morning. Every morning, it's like the first 3 hours of my day. I just love to prime myself. So like the first 3 hours of the day, I'll meditate, I'll walk to my little nature walk.
Yeah, you're feeding
and that's self-care because it's like I'm taking care of the inside of me versus just the outside.
Yeah, that's so important.
Right. So self-care could be seen from the inside out. So you're taking care of your inside, my mindset, making sure that I'm, continuing with my mental toughness, and meditating really helps me with that. So meditating, reading, walking, working out, the first 3 hours of my day. Good.
I could be more like that.
And look, I'm not
like
perfect, but if I can do that at least 4 to 5 times a week, sometimes, but most of the time it's, 7 days a week.
That's why you are who you are, though. You are I feel like you're so like put together, and like you are so grounded in who you are. And I feel like it has a lot to do with that.
Oh, Thank you.
does.
I appreciate
Yeah.
that. I do. It took
It's
time.
a lot of discipline too.
It took
I'm like,
time to get
I
there.
struggle with that. I'm not as much of a disciplined person as that. And I'd love to be that one day when I grow up.
I think it's like a muscle. You just have to be consistent with it and be okay and have grace when you're not consistent and just fell off a little bit, just jump back on.
Right.
Like with the ski trip, I did, try to find a quiet place to meditate, but didn't happen. It's okay, right? But I did other things. So you just have to extend grace to yourself and just know that, consistency sometimes looks different.
Right.
If you can do it, 70% of the time, then you're going to develop that muscle of discipline.
It's actually funny because the next question I feel like really, I like just naturally want to ask you this because I already feel like I kind of gave my answer for this one, but yours was so poised and so beautiful that I'd love to know, like, your guilty pleasure when you need a break. Yeah. What's your guilty pleasure?
So, like...
Mine is couch rot. You know what I mean? Like, that's my thing.
It's a guilty pleasure, but also necessary, right? Yeah. So, like, your couch rot or your... So for me, the guilty...
It's so funny that that's my self-care thing. Yeah, but now that I read the next question, it makes it...
But it's okay because it's fine. It's for me, the guilty pleasure is to disconnect and be like, where's Viv? I'm not answering my phone. I'm maybe on the couch watching, reality TV.
Okay. I love a good... Trash TV.
Trash TV.
Right up there with couch rot.
But it's so good. Yep.
So good.
And Ben and Jerry's.
Ooh, that's a good. We didn't have anything about
definitely
food
my
in
guilty
here.
pleasure. But it's necessary to disconnect. It's guilty, but also necessary. You have to enjoy that, because you don't want to go and burn out. You need that disconnect moment. That, Ben and Jerry's couch rot moment.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. I love that.
All right. The next question. This is a good one. If you could have dinner with any icon, dead or alive, who would that be?
I know mine right away. I would love to have dinner with Kim Kardashian. That's just my idol. She's my girl. I love her. I'm obsessed with her. Like if she drops something... Like with Skims, I'm buying it. I'm supporting her. I would vote for her for president. Like she's I love her so much.
That's incredible.
So yeah, she's brilliant. Yeah, I literally think she's a genius.
Yeah.
And
I think, she's like, really she's
she's like a business mogul. Even if like her thing is like being beautiful or whatever, like people on the outside world looking in think like, oh, she's just beautiful, but she's actually a genius too.
Yeah,
I would probably learn so much from her.
Absolutely,
I would love that.
I love her.
So Kim K.
Yeah,
no, I'm just kidding.
I love.
Let's go
her.
on a date.
I think she's just incredible too because, she does get some negative and she's just resilient through it. She just moves past it and she's like, I'm going to show you.
Yeah.
And she's a great businesswoman, has branded herself.
That's such a good point.
Yeah.
She's resilient.
Yeah.
I love that about her too.
So Let's
hear what you,
I couldn't pick one because I have to
I have
mention
two also. So
all
you go and then I'll tell again.
Right.
And then I'll tell my next one because it's kind of fun.
Mine are like two complete opposites. So I love football. Although I may not have a lot of the time to watch it nowadays like I used to. It's like so gung-ho, like every Sunday I was on the red zone and I
just like to have football on the background while I'm like cooking Sunday sauce. That's like my favorite thing, but I don't really watch it that much. A little bit.
So Ray Lewis, he's retired now, but was a linebacker on the Ravens. I just love his leadership. He was like the team captain, was part of the Ravens for 17 years, his entire career, and was just won 2, championships. Super Bowl championships. I just love still like his motivational speaking, his leadership. And so I would love to sit at a dinner table and just
like learn from him, pick his brain. That's amazing.
I feel like he's just known for leadership. Wow. Right? So so good. That's one person. And then also someone who I love, and she's gorgeous, Jennifer Lopez,
Ooh.
J-Lo.
You give J-Lo vibes. Sure.
Thank you. Like if anyone says I give J-Lo vibes, I'm like, thank you. And she's also someone, because I think how she was coming up in her career, she had to prove herself, right? And she look at the empire that she has built.
Yeah.
And so to me, she's resilient because she has proven herself, because she really, a lot of people did not, believe in her and her journey. But she's resilient and has an incredible business and an incredible body, and she's gorgeous. Yeah. And so those are the two people that I would actually bring to dinner with
My
me.
other one would be, well, I would guess it would be two people technically, but Frankie and Joe from the Basement Yard podcast. You know them? I always show you.
I love them.
I could be in like the most depressive episode of my life and be crumbled on my couch for a week and be crying. And I will sit there and just watch the Basement Yard. Like videos I've seen 100 times, I'll just rewatch it over again. Like I just want to be friends with them.
Yeah.
So that's my other one, because honestly, there's so many to choose from. But if I could just like have joy and laugh, I'm happy.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
Yeah. No, that's amazing.
Laugh.
They're great.
They're my favorite.
Yeah. And thanks for like.
Oh my God. I literally sent you so many that I'm just like, watch this one. Watch this one.
Love them.
Obsessed. So, okay. Next question. What is like your proudest moment in the last year? Business, not business, like whatever, anything.
Yeah, that one I thought about, and I'm like, I feel like I have in my personal life a lot of proud moments, like all the time, because I feel like I'm very self-aware, and I've developed that like the self-awareness muscle where even just for example, like if something makes me upset in my relationship, in my marriage with Brian, I catch myself and I'm like, I was proud of that. I was proud I didn't react and I responded. And, so I feel like in my personal life, I think it's like just an ongoing growing process. Yeah. But, so I think I'm like, there's a lot of proud moments. So I couldn't just like pick one. But in business, in this last year, 2 consecutive years. Now this is 2025. Just winning Best Microblading of Long Island. I think that was like just a moment for me where I was like, oh wow, actually.
Oh, I'm good. I get that all the time.
I do a good job.
Yeah.
People think I'm actually great.
Funny. It's like people like me. Oh my God. What a crazy thing. So, I feel that. I get it.
Yeah. So what about you?
Me? I think probably I've done it a few times, so it's always something that I'm really appreciative of, but obviously going to Fashion Week. But I think even more, I wouldn't even say that was like the proudest. I think actually going to speak at my old high school, like they asked me to come and speak to like students that were in like a business class or something. And it just felt like I was so proud to like walk back into my old high school and go and speak to the students, like that they asked me to go do that. And it was like to assemble, like it was like the auditorium, full of kids. And it just felt like so cool to like just tell them my story and be an inspiration to them,
I was just
and
gonna say you're inspiring.
You know what's really cool too is that they taught, it was like another program that is affiliated with the school that put this together, but they do like a Shark Tank for the school. Like they come in and they do like a day's worth of the kids come in and present their business ideas. And they have money prizes. Like, so first place would be sponsored by like Iconic Beauty New York. And then second place would be sponsored by Vivid. And, they would get like $1,000 to go and build their business and start their business. Like, how cool is that?
That's so cool.
And I'm going to be a part of it when they do it. So I'm really excited about that.
That's a huge...
So I'm really proud of that.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was my really like big thing this year.
Yeah, because you're inspiring younger people and they're looking up to you.
Like when I was their age, I walked into a room and I saw a girl on stage say that she did destination weddings with makeup. And I said, oh, that's my dream now. Like, I swear to God that literally happened. And I was like, oh, now I know what I want to do with my life. And literally just like, that was it. And I was just like, for the rest of the time, I just figured out how to do it. And I've done a bunch of destination weddings now, which is really cool, So
wouldn't it be awesome if we knew exactly who that was?
It was, I know exactly who it was.
I didn't realize.
I'll tell you later, but I don't want to like put her on blast. You know what I mean?
That's amazing.
I don't know if I can do that.
No,
I don't know if I'm allowed. Who's got the rule book? I don't know. Anyway, that's my proudest moment.
All right, that's a very good moment.
Yeah, that's a good moment.
That's awesome.
Thanks.
All right, next question.
I guess I could shout her out. I don't know.
What has been one of the biggest lessons for you in business?
That's
so
a really
far?
tough one, honestly. I think I'm still growing. I feel like I just answered a question. Wasn't I supposed to ask you one?
No.
Okay.
Because we did. We both asked.
I'm like, why am I answering this again? I can't even breathe. I gotta take a breath. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Okay.
You asked me about the proudest moment, and then you also answered it.
Yeah. Wow. That was so weird.
No, I think it's because
Am I
we're
okay?
both. No, I think it's because we're both asking, and we're both answering the same question.
Yes,
That's what.
That's so funny.
No worries.
What is it? What has been my biggest lesson? Honestly, I think that I could probably tell you like a million right now. But one that just sticks out, was like the first one to pop into my brain, is that like I could just think as much as I want, but unless I actually do something and try it, I'm not going to figure out whether it works or not. So like, for example, like if I was trying to figure out how to get an assistant or someone to help me answer calls, and there was this like company that was like this, they just take all my calls and then they give me the messages for everything. I don't like necessarily love it, but I just tried it, and now I'm like, now I know what to do because I tried the thing to just get me closer to the answer. You know what I mean? So like I had to actually just do something.
Of course. Yeah.
I think it's pretty much around the clock. Like that's what it just takes. You know, you have to just like try something. If it works, perfect. You keep doing that. And if it doesn't work, you just pivot and change.
Yeah.
Because if you just sit there and think like, oh, I can maybe do that. I can maybe do this. Like, but you don't actually make any moves, you're not going to like grow. So that would be, I think, my, a lesson that I've learned through the years. Yeah. You can just try it.
Yeah.
You know, just try something.
Yep.
If you're like trying to figure out how to grow or whatever, you just got to try something.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
I don't know if that was good or not, but
no, I feel like that's, my answer to that too. I have actually two different lessons. I don't know why I can never choose one. I'm so sorry. But okay. It's learning to just extend grace to myself when I do, let's say try something for my business. And it's like, okay, let me implement this system. But then when this system just blows up in my face, it's like, okay, don't cry about it. Be a big girl and just accept. I'm
probably going to cry about it for a little while and then I'll be a big girl.
But yeah, it's really like, when you're in business or in life too, but in business specifically is the question, you have to extend grace. And I learned that you can't just be hard on yourself, right? Yeah. So you're going to create systems and extend grace when that system doesn't plan out the way you wanted it to. Yeah. And just reevaluating. I think another lesson for me is just reevaluating my business constantly. Like, where can I pivot? What can I change? What else can I try out? And what other system can I implement? Yep. But knowing that it's just doing the action and whatever the outcome is.
It's either a lesson or you're growing.
Yes. And that's where you're like, extend grace to yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself is my lesson, because sometimes I can be hard on myself.
And that actually is perfect for the next question. It's, if you could give yourself, like your younger self, one piece of advice, what would it be?
So I would say, I thought about it, I'm like, do I want to share this? But I would say I would respect my body and my health more. Okay. Just like now that I'm an adult and older and knowing how things are a lot harder, like with eating healthy and working out. And
you would have like started sooner on your like healthy journey.
Because I was very overweight and it was
overweight? Mm-hmm. You were kidding.
I was. Should I share? Of course. I'm going to just share.
You don't have to share anything that you don't want to share. You don't have to.
It's fine.
I'm just trying to envision that because I've never, this is the only version of you that I've ever known.
When I was a kid, and my mom would always say to me, like, eat healthy. Like, I just made you this great, healthy Greek food. But at some point in my life, I reached over 200 pounds. And so going back and, thinking, like, what would I do different?
Oh, I see. Yeah.
It would be like,
care about this more.
Yes, care about this more because you're young and it's going to be a lot harder. The journey is, going to be harder for you to like lose weight. And you didn't know that?
No.
Yeah. I was over
You were
200
probably
pounds.
still like the most gorgeous person on 2 feet.
Thanks. But yeah, that's, I would definitely say that I would want to like know, like I would respect my health more and,
good.
you know, be more active as I was, you know, younger and
Yeah.
getting older and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But now I am, you know,
Yeah.
now I'm like,
Now you like could be on the cover of like Women's Health magazine
thank you so much.
and
but definitely
any
not.
other magazine probably
Thank
would
you.
be,
But
like,
yeah,
amazing
that would
for
be
you.
my answer.
Okay.
How about you?
My answer would be something I would actually still tell myself to this day, which is to care less about what people think of me.
That's a good one.
And it's as true today as it was back then. I really always cared about what people thought about me. Like from the jump. I don't even remember a time when I didn't care about that. So as I'm getting older and I'm like, you know, be more mature, you know, there's definitely like a mindset that like I used to have it's just like anything else. Like if you try to switch your mindset, it doesn't happen overnight. So even to this day, I'm like, oh my God, why am I like why do I care so much about what people think? Like either they're gonna like me or they're not gonna like me. And if they don't like me, that's not my person. Like I could be the sweetest peach in the jar and someone still doesn't like peaches. You know?
Yeah.
There's gonna be somebody out there that doesn't like me. There's probably people out there that don't like me. It's none of my business. If you don't like me, that's none of my business. What people think about me is none of my business. That's them. That's like a them thing.
Right.
That's the only thing that keeps me like at peace. Sometimes I accidentally let myself get to the point where I care too much. Or if I even find things out that people think about me, it really hurts my feelings. I'm like better off not knowing.
Yeah,
Like I'm just so much better off not knowing. Like I don't want to know. If you don't like me, just keep it to yourself. Just don't even tell me.
Yeah, I feel
I'm
like
good on
it's
that.
not your responsibility.
Yeah.
It's not. I think if you just like let it go and let them think whatever they want to
Let them.
think. Yeah, let them.
Yeah.
I love that book.
Yeah.
I'm reading it
Mel
now.
Robbins.
Yes, Mel Robbins.
It's a good one.
But it's like just let go of that responsibility. Like you can't control that.
When I was younger, I had no control over it. It would like tear me to shreds. You know what I mean? Because I was like bullied. You know what I mean? I had like just a rough like experience with that of like what people thought about me. It was like very apparent, you know, and I didn't know how to deal with it. And now that I'm like in a different place in my life and older, like I feel like I still struggle with it, but I've definitely learned how to like turn it off if I can. And a good support system is a good way to do that.
Absolutely.
I'm like on the phone with my best friend for 2 hours in the morning. I'm like, oh yeah, you can't go on vacation anymore because I need you to be like my little pep talk. So yeah, that's pretty much what I would do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think that also like as we mature, and as we grow our mentality, it's a lot easier to just see your worth and your value.
True.
And so
a big one.
you maturing and saying, I'm letting go, I'm not going to allow people to, you know, or I'm going to actually allow them to judge me and not like me because that's not my responsibility. I know my value and I hold myself to a high standard. And if you can't see that, that's again, not my responsibility.
Yeah, it's like
that's
not my problem.
Not your problem.
That's like, it is what it is.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
amazing.
Got
And
only
you
a
are
couple
amazing.
left. I'll stop it.
All right. So the next question that I'm going to ask you is, what are some daily habits or mindset like shifts that you've that keeps you motivated?
Yeah. So this question, I think you would think I would have a really like amazing answer to this. And I will be honest with you, like I'm the biggest example of like the entrepreneurial roller coaster. Like sometimes I'm up, sometimes I'm down. Like I don't like, I'm a very emotional person and I'm very empathetic. So when I go through things, like, and I will say like to my credit, like it really does not affect my business ever. But I do struggle. Like, you know, I think any entrepreneur will agree, like you're not always motivated. You know what I mean? So I think I have it's like a wave kind of for me. But if I ever get too low where I'm like really unmotivated and almost like a depressive episode, I'm like, all right, I need to snap out of this. Like I definitely have to be outside more and like get some sun.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And like, even journaling helps a little bit. Just getting my thoughts out there, having like a really just like a deep convo with my best friend, and just like getting my feelings out, and then I can like reset myself. You know what I mean? So I think that that's a good thing that I do. And I like to listen to podcasts or read like a PMA book, a positive mental attitude book, anything that will like try to zap me out of it. And then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I'm back. You know what I mean? Like, okay, now I can continue.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much my answer.
I love that.
I'm not perfect. I'm not very far from it, actually.
But that's normalizing that. No one is perfect. And when you normalize that and you give grace to yourself, I think that's amazing. Yeah. And putting good things like positive mental attitude books, podcasts, reading, all that stuff. We need to constantly dilute the negative thoughts. And how do we do that is by inputting positive.
So true. Yeah.
So for me, the question was, what things do I implement to, whether it be mindset or habits, to have or continue to stay motivated, I guess, right? That was the question?
Yeah, I think so.
I would say it's like gratitude. Practicing gratitude will change your tude, right? So like, I want to change.
So good. I'm going to write that down.
Write it down. No, I literally, it just came into my mind when I thought about this question.
It's true.
And because when we're not grateful, we're unmotivated because all we're worried about is all the things that are going wrong or that we don't have.
You focus on like what you do have. You have that grateful mentality, and then it just kind of feeds that wolf inside. Yeah.
So like one of the ways that I practice gratitude is on my gratitude walks, being one with nature, right? Just walking and appreciating life, appreciating my health. And that immediately changes my attitude. Yeah. Gratitude. Yeah. Will change your tude.
Right. Right. I need to write that on my like wall or something. I'm going to put it on a little Post-it note on my window. On my mirror.
Do it as a reminder.
It's like an affirmation. That's
exactly.
It's something that you have to like think about, and then you start to create a new neural path in your brain.
So
and
important.
You just become more grateful, and like it just is like a trickle effect.
Right. Because when you train your brain and those neural paths that you were talking about, it's going to help you to create that motivation that we're that we want to do. So
that's good.
Yeah. So that was
I love that answer. It's so cute.
Thanks.
All right. Last question. And it's a lighthearted one, so
we like to end
it off on a high note.
Not
that any of it was a low note. God, funny moment from your childhood. Something funny that you remember that sticks out to you.
All right. So when I saw this question, like our mind naturally as humans, we're going to go to like, we remember more of like the negative things that happen to us in life, and which we have to, again, like condition ourselves to always.
Mine's kind of negative. No, I'm just kidding. Go on.
But we have to continue to like condition ourselves to hunt for the good.
Ooh,
like you have to like hunt for the good.
That was a bar.
In every like aspect. Like we're always like so conditioned to like go to like childhood negative childhood trauma. Like that's what I thought. I'm like, what's fun about my childhood? There's a lot. We just have to hunt for it, right? Okay. And then I started coming out like, oh my God, I remember this moment and this moment. But
let's hear it.
One phone. Okay, so actually, okay, there's two.
There's always two.
There's a pattern.
There's always two with you.
There's a pattern. So let's just say
God,
two.
You're so funny.
So my dad worked as a baker, and I was daddy's little girl for like years and years. And I always wanted to go to work with him. So like a fun childhood memory and moment was that like I would go to work with him, but then he would work late, and I would be sleeping on like these big, like, I don't know, 50-pound flour bags.
Oh my God.
Because he would bake like donuts. Like he worked in actually Dunkin' Donuts and other donut shops through the years. But that's just like a fun memory where like I would be sleeping on, and he would not want to take me, but I was like, no, I want to go with you, Daddy. So like that's one of my childhood like kind of fun moments or memories,
so
I guess.
Yeah.
And then the other one was with my little brother. I think he was like 3 or 4 years old, and I just decided to just paint his eyelashes with nail polish.
Oh my God. Oh my God, you were doing beauty services at that age.
Not the right ones, apparently. Luckily, I don't know if it was like real. It couldn't have been real nail polish. I think it was like one of those like
Hopefully you didn't
toy
blind.
ones.
I know you didn't blind him, so that's good.
No, he's definitely not blind.
He's not blind,
but
so.
I don't know if it was like super like.
Oh my God.
But yeah,
probably not.
My
safe.
mom was like, "What did you do?"
Oh
and she was
my
like
God.
trying to take it off. But yeah, so that was like
That's
a funny, but not maybe not so funny moment. But yeah, it's like we constantly though have to like hunt for the good.
Yeah, mine is not so good. I'm gonna be honest. My mom really was mad at me for this one.
Oh no.
I literally so I was just watching the Parent Trap movie when I don't know how old I was. I don't remember if it was the old Parent Trap or the new one. I used to watch both of them. And I had all my dolls in front of me and I literally just started chopping all their hair off because they did that in the movie. They chopped the girl's hair off.
Yep.
So what did I do? I just took my hair like this, chopped both sides perfectly even at my ears, okay? Imagine me with like a haircut at this, like this. And I took my bangs and I cut them off, all the way off. My mother walked into my room,
Oh my God.
screamed bloody murder.
God.
And my dad thought that I cut my arm off. That's how dramatic it was.
'Cause it was
And then I'm
traumatic to her.
sitting in my mom's chair in her salon in the basement because that's what, you know, I'm always seeing people cutting their hair. So why did she give me scissors? I don't know.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting in the chair and I'm going, I hate myself.
Oh my God.
And I'm just crying hysterically. And an hour later, I was like playing on the swing set. So I was very resilient back then.
Of course.
And, you know, I cut it even.
Yeah.
So like, whatever.
Well,
I feel like it was fine.
it
It was like the day after kindergarten. So I started, it was my first experience cutting hair. And here I am. And my hair grew back.
That's amazing.
Well, not really, but whatever.
No, but that's, you know, it's kind of like, hey, I know how to do this. I'm going to cut my hair. I'm going to be
Couldn't stop me.
cosmetologist in the beauty industry.
That might have been the first moment where she was like, yep, this is my kid.
Yeah.
For sure.
No,
My poor dad thought that I cut my arm off. That's how she was literally screaming her head off. But anyway, that's all of our questions for today.
Yes.
I think that was really fun.
That was
We had
good.
more in common than I thought we were going to.
Yeah,
like more like in alignment than I even thought we could get any more alike.
I can't believe the first two questions
We were like,
the
me
same
too.
answer.
So
but
weird. We're going to go to Egypt, so we'll see you guys later.
yes, we'll see you guys later.
Thank you for tuning in, and we will be back soon with another episode.
See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.